Hi guys, this is your girl Wakeji Kamore and welcome to Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time that you get to listen to this. For those that listen to me over the weekend, happy Saturday. I hope that as you do your chores and as you're listening to me, that the Lord will speak to you. Today we are going to be looking at Psalms chapter 144. I'm going to be reading this word for word from the easy to read version. If you haven't read this chapter, please pause this recording and read the chapter for yourself, just so that you get to understand what's happening in the chapter and you can get to just hear what David is saying and also hear what the Lord is saying to you. All right, so I'm going to read it, give a summary, and then I'm going to give the lessons that I have picked up from this chapter. Right, here you go. I'm reading from the easy to read version. It says a song for David, a song of David. Praise the Lord. He is my rock. He prepares me for war. He trains me for battle. He loves me and protects me. He is my safe place high on the mountain. He rescues me. He is my shield. I trust in him. He helps me rule my people. Lord, why are people important to you? Why do you even notice us? Our life is like a puff of air. It is like passing shadow. Lord, tear open the skies and come down. Touch the mountains and smoke will rise from them. Send the lightning and make my enemies run away. Shoot your arrows and make them run away. Reach down from heaven and save me. Don't let me drown in the sea of enemies. Save me from these foreigners. They are all liars, even when they swear to tell the truth. God, I will sing a new song for you. I will play a 10-stringed harp and sing praises to you. You are the one who gives victory to kings. I like that. You saved your servant David from the sword of his enemy. Save me from these foreigners. These are all liars, even when they swear to tell the truth. May your sons be as strong as trees. May our sons be as strong as trees. May our daughters be as beautiful as the carved column of the palace. May our barns be filled. May our barns be filled with crops of all kinds. May our sheep produce so many lambs that thousands of sheep will fill our field. May our cows be heavy with calves. May no enemy break through our walls and carry away any of our people. May there be no cries of pain in our streets. How wonderful to have such blessings. Yes, great blessings belong to those who have the Lord as their God. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So David was a king, but also he was a military man. That was his profession. He was a military man. And in this chapter, he credited God with keeping him alive and giving him skills on the battlefield. He was amazed that God took care of him because although a king, he was nothing in comparison to an eternal God. With very illustrative language, David asked for God's power to be displayed against his enemy. He was like, touch the mountains and make them smoke, and send lightning, shoot your arrows, scatter my enemies and all that. And David needed a rescue from his enemies who surrounded him like many waters. He also asked God to make Israel's son like strong, full-grown plants and to make the daughters like beautiful pillars of palace. He prayed for the granaries to be full of field, for their sheep to fill the field with lambs, for the cattle to be fertile, and for their streets to be safe from violence. And then the psalm ends with, "Blessed are those to whom such blessings fall, and blessed are the people who actually know God as their God." So let me tell you the thing that really caught my eyes in this specific thing. As I said, David was a king, but his profession was that he was a military man. This guy was a professional warrior. Was his profession. It's like the way you say, by day this is what I do, but by heart, I am an accountant, but by heart I am a creative, like I know people who say that. And it says in the word that David acknowledged that the Lord is the one who trained him for battle. He says, he prepares me for war and he trains me for battle. Let me tell you, God is amazing that he knows the profession that we are in, and he can prepare us for those professions, and he can train us to be excellent in those professions. For me, I'm a creative. And let me tell you, sometimes I'm just like, what? I'm amazed to just see that the things that the Lord allows me to do. And sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, I am leading these people. I'm leading a group of like maybe 19 employees, sometimes up to 30 people that I'm working with, like artisans that I'm working with. And I'm just like, I don't even know how to lead these people. I don't know how to lead these people. Lord, me in my heart, I'm an artisan. Me stories are leadership. Itabidi wewe sasa uniambie how to do this. And the Lord surely comes through. The Lord trains me. He has trained me for business. He has trained me how to talk to my clients. He's trained me how to talk to my people. He has prepared me. Like, even when you look at all the things that I have gone through in my life, the things that, at some point I was selling SIM cards in these streets of Nairobi. If that was not preparation for sales, I don't know what that was. If that was not preparation for, let me tell you, the rejection that was on those streets when we were selling those SIM cards was high. So now, even when a client says no to my quotation, or not to my designs, or not to my whatever, I am not moved. I've been prepared for rejection. I've been prepared to be told no. And I know how to even turn that no to a yes, because I was prepared many years ago on how to turn the no's into yeses. And also how to not be offended, how to not take it personally. The Lord has taken his time to prepare me for the task that he has given me now. And I believe that even in this task that I'm doing now, he's preparing me for what he's going to tell me to do next year. And even next year, he's going to be preparing me for what he's going to ask me to do the year after that, 20 years from now. The Lord is preparing me for what he's going to ask me to do 20 years from now. He's preparing me now. So that is my confidence, that the Lord trains me for war. Whatever war looks like for you, it can be, the Lord trains me to be an accountant. The Lord trains me to be in HR and know how to work with humans and how to keep everybody happy in this organization. The Lord teaches me how to be a diplomat. The Lord prepares us for the profession that he has given us. He trains us for battle. He trains us for that space that he's given you. And I like at the end of that verse 2, he says, he helps me rule my people. In other versions, he says, he makes nations submit to me. And let me tell you, if there's anything I want. Hi guys, this is your girl Wakeji Kamore, and welcome to Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. Hope that you guys are doing well this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending on the time that you get to listen to this. I truly, truly appreciate you being part of this Bible summary and taking this journey with me. The journey might seem long, but trust me, it's been worthwhile. It's been worthwhile for me, and I do hope that it has been worthwhile for you. Today we are going to be looking at Psalms chapter 145. I'm going to be reading that word for word from the easy to read version. If you haven't read this chapter, please pause this recording, read the chapter, understand what's happening in the chapter. Then you can come back and listen to me as I give the summary of the chapter and the lessons that I have picked up from the chapter. All right, I hope that you guys are ready. So let's do it. Psalms chapter 145, a song of David. I will tell of your greatness, my God and King. I will praise your name forever and ever. I will praise you every day. I will praise your name forever and ever. The Lord is great and deserves all our praise. No one can fully understand his greatness. Each generation will praise you and tell the next generation about your great things you do. Your majesty and glory are wonderful. I will tell about your miracles. People will tell about the amazing things you do, and I will tell everyone how great you are. They will talk about your goodness and sing about your justice. The Lord is kind and merciful, patient and full of love. The Lord is good to everyone. He shows his mercy to everything he made. Lord, all you have made will give thanks to you. Your loyal followers will praise you. They will tell how great your kingdom is. They will tell how great you are. So others will learn about the mighty things you do, about the glory of your kingdom and how marvelous it is. Your kingdom will never end and you will rule forever. The Lord can be trusted in all that he says. I love that. He is loyal in all that he does. The Lord lifts up people who have fallen. He helps those who are in trouble. All living things look to you for their food, and you give them their food at the right time. You open your hands and give every living thing all that it needs. Everything that the Lord does is good. Everything he does shows how loyal he is. The Lord is near to everyone who sincerely calls to him for help. He listens to his followers and does what they want. He answers their prayers and saves them. The Lord protects everyone who loves him, but he destroys all who do evil. I will praise the Lord. Let everybody praise his holy name forever and ever. So, of course, Psalms 145 is a psalm full of praise and worship to the Lord. And David blesses the Lord, or rather blessed the Lord for his great power and his kind nature. So David wrote about how he meditates on God's wonderful works and splendor, even though he knows God's greatness could never be fully appreciated or even fully understood. David wasn't the only one who admired God. Other men who sang of the fame of God's goodness and righteousness. We see generations teaching other generations about the goodness of God and just joining each other in praising the Lord. So for me, I see David doing a good job of balancing something most Christians struggle to do. Let's say, most Christians struggle to balance between God's glory and greatness and his kindness and gentleness. Sometimes we can look at God and almost think of him like such just a friend and forget that he's a powerful God and that he's great and he has all this glory. Or we can think of God as a powerful God and great God that we forget that he's also our friend and a father. So some people overemphasize the holiness of God almost to a fault, making him to be unapproachable, like a God that you can just only fear. There's the fear and the reverence of God, but there's those people who fear God to a point where they cannot even speak to him as if he's his father. And then there are people who emphasize the grace of God and make him like a friend, which he is, and present him as if now we are peers, as if we are peers with God. So I feel like the Bible is where we can find the balance between these two extremes. Reading about all God has said about himself and all the things that he has done is the best way to understand him properly. You can get to see his power, you can get to see his majesty, you can get to see his glory, and you can still get to see his character, where he's being loving, where he's being a friend, where he's being when you look at how friendly he was with someone like Moses and Abraham, then you get to see God as a father and God as a friend. Then when you see the things that he did for the enemies of the Israelites, like the Egyptians, then you get to see his power and his majesty. Then there's so much about God that we honestly cannot fully understand, but it's good to have this balance, so then we are not always on the extreme. We're not all on the extreme where we are totally fearing God and we don't approach him as our father, and also we are not on the extreme where now we think God is our peer. I really do hope that you have picked up something from this chapter. I have picked up to just be able to balance. I think for me the thing is to be able to balance, because sometimes I can actually speak to God as if he's my friend, and there sometimes I'm just like, okay, maybe in this situation I should have actually just feared the Lord some more, or had a little bit more of reverence here. And there are some instances where I'll be like, okay, I wish I was able to just approach God as my father, as my friend, and just be able to tell him exactly the things that I'm going through. So for me, I've learned how to strike a balance. I've learned how to see God as both powerful and both friendly. I've learned how to see his majesty and the things that he's able to do, and still see him as a father and as a friend. I hope that you get to learn this one as well. Thank you so much for listening to me, and see you tomorrow.